I hope that you are viewing that slide. Is there any struggles?
Sir, it's clear.
Okay, fine. Uh, it is a two objective for that I'm going to present you. Definitely, at the end of the session, you may have some idea about that objective and outcome, right? Right. So here, this is my objective of this presentation, and then this is my outcome of presentation. Okay. So what's you supposed to be learn off from my presentation? That is my outcome, right? At the end of my presentation, the participants are able to write the appropriate objectives and the outcome of their courses. Okay. I presented. I will give the information regarding that how to differentiate and how to write it, everything. But whether as the participants, can you capable to write outcome at the end of the session or not? If you could, definitely my presentation is fulfilled. So what intention I supposed to be accept this presentation is going to fulfill. So this is that outcome. This is the outcome. Okay, and thing something is stuck. Okay, so if you take any courses, this is the structure of the course supposed to be designed in all the curriculum, right? So this entire structure is focused on that how the course is framed. This particular structure is based on that outcome based OBE concept, right? So one thing I want to clarify that what is that main difference between that OBE and output education. So far, we have came across output-based education, and 2013 itself, our government has started to initiate outcome-based education to all the engineering sectors, polytechnic colleges, engineering colleges, universities, especially for the technical universities and paramedical and management. In these aspects, government is start initiated through NBA, National Board of Accreditation. After that, only our community, especially faculty communities, let them know about what is the OBE and what is the course outcome and how to calculate the course outcome, why should calculate the course outcome, everything. So in these aspects only they are developed. You see this in the structure. In the structure is very aspects. Teaching learning process is a one part. Assessment of the outcome is a second part. And for writing the objective and outcome is a primary part. This is in the stage of design. This is in the stage of execution. This is in the stage of assessment. This is in the stage of feedback, right? Every assessment process have an output index value. That index value should feed to the system. Let the system to understand how we can modify the system based on that feedbacks received through assessment process. So earlier system, this feedback process is missing, and that assessment. So definitely we know that we have a history, we may have a better assessment, but in the outcome based assessment is little bit missed or missing. So what is this little bit missed in the sense? So far we have to evaluate the students only based on the test that is conducting. Okay, either is a midterm test or is a end semester test or maybe it's a DOT exam. So all the assessment so far we have done is based on only the test. Okay, but in the outcome process, OBA education system, the student assessment can be done in a different varieties of way. That is the one way is we can do some rubrics, we can do some survey, we can do some case studies, we can do some project based assessment, right? We can do some real field internship based assessment. So these are assessment may we can will incorporate in the systems, and based on that assessment the feedback is collected. Based on the feedback we are going to reframe that objectives and outcomes what we are written earlier. Suppose it is not match, definitely we can rewrite. Okay, so this is a specific context of the TLP. The expectation of the stakeholders, nature of the courses, characteristics of the student, characteristics of the faculty. These are all the constraints which we must taken for consideration for designing the courses, especially for designing the outcomes. Okay, because a different layer of different varieties of institution all over the India. Where premier institution like IIT, NITs, some good technical institutions, and that is the one layer of that is called as a tier 1 institution in our nation. And tier 2 institutions, sometimes in the middle institutions, different universities, different layer of universities, and then least category is some private institutions and self-financing colleges. Okay, and as like that, polytechnics also same structure. That maybe there is no different category. Only is a polytechnic is a polytechnic. Okay, but there is also some top layer polytechnics also there, private polytechnics also there. So that where this system is going to implement it, whether it is going to be implemented in IIT or NIT, or whether it is going to be implemented in self-financing colleges. So where it's going to implement it, that's play a very vital role. While designing your outcome, you must be very clear consideration of this kind of input, because for nature of the stakeholders, expectation of the stakeholders and characteristics of the students also very important. If you see this, the student input to IIT, NIT is entirely different. The student, those are going to for enter the middle layer institution, entirely different. The students are there in a different self-financing colleges is totally different. Okay, so that for designing your outcome, you must consider these are all the constraints for writing the outcomes. Okay, so that, and also that the faculty quality is also very important. You are design the curriculum and courses, everything, but who is going to execute? The faculty is going to execute. Whether the faculty is capable for executing that higher order thinking outcome, or the faculty is capable for executing middle order, or faculty is capable for doing the lower order outcome. So definitely we should have some proper training, proper workshop or training, or some advanced learning to give the faculty, to motivate the faculty go for that higher order based outcome. Because engineering is normally designed, engineering course is normally designed in higher order outcome based system only. So that as a team, we must focus on that. That's why this kind of FTP is organizing. Okay. So I hope that you understand this entire course structure design out in the outcome based education systems, so that we are in the part of how to design that objective route. Okay, these are all the different segment. So I'm not touch about that teaching learning process assessment and feedback. I'm going to touch about that only, that how to write a design outcome based on the Bloom's taxonomy level. Okay. So this is a very simple example. Let me give it to you, or let me brief it. Okay. So this example you may understand from this pictorial representation, clearly understand that objective versus outcomes. Objective versus outcomes. It's a very simple example. Okay. So this is a borewell machine. This is some crops cultivated in southern part of Tamil Nadu or western part of the Tamil Nadu. Okay. And so this is a groundnut. Okay. Everyone know about that. This groundnut. See this. What is the objective here? Taking a borewell is the objective. Right? You're not worried about that. We may get a water, we may not get a water. Okay. So that outcome is, if you got a water, it is a good outcome. If you got a simply is a sand, simply some noise or simply some fog, it is not a good outcome, but it is an outcome. But it is a outcome. Okay. So groundnut cultivation. Cultivation is the objective. If you got a good yield, definitely it's a good outcome. If it doesn't have any yield, okay, so definitely it is not in that good outcome. Okay, right? You say this. Here you got a water. Here you're not having any water. Straight. So you just have a good yield. There is no yield here. Okay. So this way, okay, keep something is notation is problem. Let me check it. Okay. So I hope you understand that outcome versus subjective. Okay, objective is what you're going to do. Outcome is what is the result of that, what you are done. That is the outcomes. Okay. And there is a clear difference of the objective versus outcome. The objectives, it is a specific statement of the teaching professor intention, any specific topic or area that professor tends to cover this lecture. Okay, so what is the objective? Suppose I am going to take the classes. In my perspective, what I am going to cover, right? So that is my objectives. Okay, so what is the outcome? It is a statement of what the students should know, understand, or able to do demonstrate after the completion of the courses. So after my classes, maybe that gap of 1 year or 2 years. So how the student implement my lecture classes in their field? So whether they are capable for understand, whether they are able to reproduce, or whether they are able to demonstrate, that is the outcome. Okay. So objective is a professor perspective. Outcome is the student perspective. So what you are going to teach, what the student get from your lecture. It is the reflect that information about the teaching of the topics or course or hopes to achieve. It is about what the learner is able to apply in his lifetime after completion of the courses or program. Okay. So this is a reflection topics which are covered in the classes. It is after completion of the degree, what the students practice in his lifetime, and they're implemented what they are learned in the classroom. That is the outcomes. Okay, so I hope that you may classify it or you may segregate that. So it is the objective, it is the outcome. The objective is very clear. It is a professor perspective, teacher perspective. The outcome is very clear. It is a student perspective, it is a learner perspective. So that how you are going to write objective, how you are going to write outcome, you must be clearly understand it. Okay, right. Before move to that course outcome, especially in OBI structure, this course outcome and topic learning outcome under that bottom category, and it has a different kind of outcome is arranged in a hierarchy manner. It may be top-down approach or it may be bottom approach. For executing, you must go from bottom to top approach. For executing, you must go bottom to top approach. For assessing or for calculating, you must bottom to down approach. Okay. So first it's the framing, first framing, second and third and fourth and fifth. This for execution, calculation, 1, 2, 3, 4, this order. Okay. So here it is a TLO outcome, topic level outcome. The topic that you are teach in the classroom, it must have outcomes. It is a course outcome. The course which you are teaching must have an outcome. It may 1 or 2 or 3 outcome. It doesn't matter about it, but it must have a set of outcome that is called as a course outcome. The program which the students are studying, the program which the department is offering must have an outcome. This is called as a program outcome. And the program must have objectives. The department offering the program, it must have objectives that is called as a program education objectives. The department must have a vision and mission. This mission and vision should congruent with institution vision and mission. Okay, let me explain it. Sorry, the TLO, teaching learning outcome, you can measure from the classroom because the topic which you covered at the classroom level. The course outcome measure at the end of the semester. One semester is completed. After completion of one semester, you can measure that course outcome. Program outcome, you may measure that end of the program. Suppose diploma in electrical engineering or diploma in civil, diploma in mechanical engineering. After 3 years, if you measure, that is called as a program outcome. And program educational objective, this should be written for based on the stakeholders input, and it should be reflected whether it is attained or not. The student working in the field that exhibit that what they have learned in the program, that is as a program education objective. These 3 are the short-term outcomes. These 2 are the long-term outcomes, because this is achieved in the classroom. This is achieved at the end of the courses, at the end of the semester. These outcome may achieved in the end of the program. Okay, so that while writing each outcome, you should consider all of stakeholders input, all constraints. The TLO is the topic level outcome, course level outcome, program level outcome, does the objectives. Okay, so here what you are going to apply, where it is going to execute, that is really, it is a important matter. Okay, for example, there's a transformer is a one topic. This outcome, whether you're able to understand the construction of the transformer, this is the TLO. Course level, maybe construction, maybe testing, maybe characteristics, all the things. The transformer itself have a different topics. All the topics put together, you can make it as a course outcome. Okay, same kind of different courses put together, make it as a program outcome. Okay, so this is an objective, you must be focused, right? So this is the structure of the OBE. Okay, so wherever you are going to apply your OBE, you should follow this hierarchy and structure. What is the hierarchical, what is the vertical you're supposed to design, what is the vertical you're supposed to be calculated. So for writing, this is the first, for writing, first you have to write vision mission. From the vision mission, you have to right? Program education objective. From the education objective PO, sometimes the PO is defined by NBA, right? For engineering colleges, 12 POs defined by NBA. Some polytechnic colleges also defined by NBA. So this is a program specific outcome. You can define your own program. So this could be defined by your authority, not for NBA, not for other. So this PO depends upon the different graduate attributes of the students. So this course outcome, the faculty team supposed to be write this course outcome. So this TLO, the faculty, individual faculty is supposed to write this TLO. For writing, you should follow that top to bottom approach. For calculating, you must be follow the bottom to top approach. You should calculate this first one. You can give the input to this course outcome. Course outcome is combined. You can give the input to the program outcome. So for calculating, use this the bottom to top. Writing, you should approach the top to bottom. Okay. So this is the hierarchy of the outcome structure. Okay. How to write learning outcomes? Okay. How to write learning outcomes? So in order to ensure the clear, measurable learning outcomes, one must focus on performance, norm, setting. Okay. These three components must be there in a rating objectives. What is the performance? Describe what is to be learned in the with outcome performance mind. What is supposed to be student learn? What is supposed to be professor to teach? Okay. Suppose professor want to teach the construction of the transformer, you should very clear about it. The objective of today classes is I'm going to teach the construction of the transformer. That is the objective. Okay. Norm. Describe clearly what outcome expected, what level of accuracy is expected. So whether this you're going to cover the in-depth construction of the transformer or you're going to cover only the partial structure. It's like that you're covering only the name the different parts of the transformer. Instead of that, you're going in-depth coverage of what kind of material it is made of. This is the in-depth coverage of the construction. So you should very clear about it. And stating, describe the specific circumstances. So whether this transformer is core transformer, whether this transformer is distribution transformer, whether this transformer is a small, tiny transformers, there is a setting. Okay, and then it is an example of that student objective. The student will be able to use multimeter is the first one, performance, to measure the input voltage of the motor. It is a norms under load condition. Which circumstances? Under the load condition. So what is that objective here I framed? Suppose I am going to take the important aspects is, so measure the input voltage and current under the load condition. This is the topic I am going to cover in my classes, or this is a topic which I am going to cover in a particular unit. You should clearly instruct the students. The student will be able to use multimeter to measure the input voltage of the motor under the load conditions, right? So these three components should be covered in this your learning objectives. You should very clearly give the direction to the students. This is what I'm going to give you, right? So please understand this. So you should very clearly instruct the students. This is what I'm going to cover in this particular unit, right? So that information should be reflected in this learning objectives. Okay. Right. You can now you come for that very important aspects. Again, how to write the learning outcomes, right? So it has a 4 component. So focus on what the student can do. Okay, after your class, after you are teaching, what the student can do. Okay, and address the observable outcome. Okay, so whether the outcome is observable, measurable, or not. Right? And what was taught, right? Another third component that is active role, right? You should use proper appropriate active verbs for writing the outcome, right? Let me tell you later for different level of outcomes, okay? And then clear defined expectation of the concerning the criteria related to the outcome. Okay, what criteria you supposed to be enforce the students, okay, enforce the learners, right? Your outcome should be what the student can do, whether it is a measurable, that the action done by the student is measurable or not. What is the active verb you used, whether it is a lower order, middle order, or it is in the bottom, that is a higher order. And what is the constraint or criteria you define for that particular outcome? Okay, example, specific example, image, software, tools, etc. You said this in, suppose if you the student measure the image, you should clearly mention that image. Suppose the student can apply the software, you should clearly mention that you should apply this software. Or any tools which is there, other handy tool or hardware tool or any kind of tools. Okay, think of the student after they have used or read the artifact, what they should able to do as a result of using the tools presented in each specific activity. Okay, suppose you are going to explain about any software, whether it is any software, right? So different kind of software is there. Maybe computer science faculty is well aware about that, what kind of software and what are the inside the software, what is the front end development, what is the back end development. Okay, so you should clearly instruct the students, if you learn this software, you can achieve this. The achievement is the outcome, right? If you learn this tool, you can apply this tool for calculating and so on so component. Okay, so that preferably it is important. Okay, right? So I hope you understand this. The fourth component is there for writing the learning outcome. What can do the student? This action is measurable. What level of action will be used? What is the consent criteria you define for that particular outcome? Okay, right. So here I'm coming to the nearly very important slide, right? So most of that faculty members have some not clear about that. What is the action? Okay, the cognitive domain of the Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, so in Bloom's taxonomy, there's a three modules there: cognitive, motor, affirmative. Okay, cognitive, motor, so cognitive, affirmative, motor. Three domain is there. Mostly engineering platform, we are concentrating on cognitive domain. Okay, so that cognitive domain, different level of outcome is there, different level of action verb is here. Let me explain one by one. Okay, let me explain one by one. Right. So this three, okay, this three comes under the lower order. This three comes under the higher order learning. Okay, higher order learning. So there, the previous slide I mentioned that action verb. It is that action verb, right? So for these cases, what is your action verb? For these cases, what is your action? Let me explain it each level. First one is the remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, create. This is a slide which I prepared for based on the revised Bloom's taxonomy level. Okay, earlier it is analyze and synthesis there, but the revised version is called as evaluate and create or innovate. Evaluate and create or innovate. Okay, evaluate or create, innovate. So this remember, understand, apply is the basic level or lower order level. Analyze, evaluate, create is a higher order level. So this is the area most of the engineering courses as designed. This is the area most of the engineering courses as designed. So this is in the degree graduation level. This is in the degree graduation level. But if you come to that in the polytechnic colleges level, this apply level considered as the higher order level, because their learning is entirely different in polytechnic colleges, engineering colleges. For polytechnic colleges, the apply level considered as a higher order level. But in engineering colleges, analyze, evaluate, create, consider as a higher order level. Okay. And you said us, remember. What is the remember? Just recognize, just recall. Okay. In this slide, I try to explain you with a real field example along with technical study. Right? I just compare it. One side, I took it for the lemon as an example. Another side, I took it as a Ohm's law as an example. Ohm's law is a technical law, technical study. Lemon is a real fruit. Okay. Let me try to let you try to make you understand that in a different level with a symbol this example. Okay. I'll go one by one. First one is the remember. Okay. So what is the remember? Just recall, recognize, fact. If you go for the, just see the lemon, what do you remember? You can remember shape of the lemon, color of the lemon. That's all. You see the lemon, you may recall, you may remember that. What is the shape of the lemon? What is the color of the lemon? Green, yellow, and shape is a some oval shape. That is the basic lemon. So just you compare this. Okay, let me explain first this one. Then later I correlate this technical study. Next, understand in the sense understanding the what does the facts mean. Okay, if suppose lemon is example, what is the inside the lemon? What is inside? Citric acid, vitamin C. It is the antioxidant. That is a very important. Why we are consuming the lemon? Nowadays, in this pandemic situation, all the people talking about get better vitamin C. Vitamin C is very important. Antioxidant is very important. Okay, so you must understand the lemon. What do you understand? The lemon contains the vitamin C, citric acid, powerful antioxidant. This is for understand or recall. Okay, another term is considered as a recall. Understand or recall. Okay. Next, apply. What is the apply level? What do you understand that you should apply in the field? So the fact, rules, and concept. Okay. So what is that lemon? You know that, you understand it, you understand or you recall that the lemon contains the vitamin C. Okay, if you have a deficiency vitamin C, you should know that you must take the lemon juice or lemon. Some people's eating very rawly lemon itself. They're not taking the juice, just rawly they're taking the lemon. Okay, so if it is go for the lemon juice, you take the lemon juice, some stomach upset problem can be resolved with the apply of the lemon juice. So you should know that understanding concept must be applied in the real field. And what is the analyze? Now you come for the higher order level. What is the analyze? Breaking down information into different component parts. Okay. So you should take this lemon to laboratory and do some experiments and find out that, okay, how many calories there in lemon, one lemon, how many protein, how many fat, how many carbohydrate, how many fiber, what is the percentage of the sugar, everything you should analyze. This could be done in a laboratory. Okay. And evaluate. After that, you should compare this component, right? Chemical component composition. It is a similar fruit. So orange is a very similar fruit. Orange is a lemon family. We should compare the chemical component there in the lemon to that orange component. Okay, so that you can come for the conclusion, right? So how much percentages differ both in lemon and orange? It is called as some judgment. It is called as some judgment. So it is comes under the evaluation category. Now you come for the create. There is a top hierarchical level in Bloom's taxonomy. Create. You should create something new, something innovation. So what is innovation here? You just prepare the orange with the lemon juice recipe. Okay, you add this few component of lemon composite and few chemical component in the orange composite, and added together, prepare the new recipe of the juice. It may be some usefulness for the some remedial recovery. Okay, some physical recovery. It may be no, may not be no. It's just I given the examples, right? So this is some innovative creation. Okay, so it is called as a creation. So that remember, just you can recall your shape and color, understand what it is there inside of the lemon, apply, you may apply some application, analyze, breaking that component, it is analyze the different composition of the lemon, evaluate, just you compare that lemon composition with orange composition, you create a new recipe combination of the lemon and orange. That is your innovation. That is your innovation. As like this one, I'm just compare it in a technical study. In technical study, Ohm's law, I hope that everyone is familiar with Ohm's law nowadays. Even 9th and 10th student is very familiar about this Ohm's law, right? What is the Ohm's law in remember level? Just statement of the Ohm's law is a remember level. What is the understand level of the Ohm's law? You may or the student may understand what is the relationship of the voltage and current with respect to resistance. This called as understand, right? Then applying, so just you can apply the Ohm's law in any circuit and find out that what is the current flow between any two terminals. That is called as applying. So in electrical engineering polytechnic students, this level is very important. This level considered as a higher order level. This 2 level is considered as a lower order level. If it's a diploma electrical engineering students able to find out the current and voltage flow between this any circuitry, use of multimeter or any measurement devices, that is considered as a higher order level for this category. But some brilliant student is there for creating some advanced level of learning outcomes. Okay, I'm not say that I'm not limited this only, but it is a basic level of that of polytechnic students, right? And then in analyze, so you can replace this resistance with some inductive coil or capacitive node and find out that, or you can increase or decrease that resistance. You can find out that what is the current and voltage flow. It is called as analyze. What is evaluate? You just apply the same circuitry in a laboratory. You find out the real practical voltage and current value. You just compare that theoretical voltage and current value. You may get the evaluate whether it is working or not. This is under that evaluatory category. And what is that invention? What does it create? You just create the voltage divider. It can be measured the high voltage with a measurement of the low rating. Okay, you cannot measure the high voltage, so you should scale down your high voltage with the visualizing the value, so that you need a potential divider. It is called as a voltage divider. Okay, the voltage divider is a very simple principle of Ohm's law. It is a product. This is the law is there in the product. Okay, so the students are they able to create any product based on the Ohm's law is a higher order level. It is in the higher order level. So then, what level the students are learned? What level the faculty or teach to the students, right? Whether the faculty addressed only the shape and color, only the student can understand the basic level. If the faculty touch about that relationship, understand level, definitely the student can learn it. Okay, right? So as like this structure, you may frame any kind of course outcome based on this level. Based on this level, you can write or define your course outcome. So based on the 4 component, right? So what can do action? What is the action work? Whether it's the measurable, what is the constraint you are there? Okay, you apply that and you may recall this one. You can write your own course outcomes. Okay, all right. So same like that. So this is a practical example to you, right? If you have any clarification in this, uh, please let me know it. Is there any clarification there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any clarification there, you please come forward, right? Because you are going to write this based on this. You are going to do activity in this next 10 minutes, right? It's a very simple, right? Not much complex. Okay, I understand that you don't have any clarification here, right? So this is in Bloom's taxonomy level. Earlier I mentioned, okay. So it have a 3 component. One is the cognitive level, affective level, psychomotor level. So this cognitive level is a knowledge related, affirmative related is a attitude related, psychomotor domain is a motor skill related. Motor skill related. So the cognitive is already we have seen. So this is a cognitive level. 7 level is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 level. So first 3 are the basic level. First 3 are the basic level. So this 3 are there in the higher order level. This is a cognitive Bloom's taxonomy level, right? And this affirmative, you see the cognitive level. I given the example here. Action word. You see this? At the end of the course, students able to calculate energy consumption of home and analyze the scope for minimization, right? So I mentioned the 4 components. First component is that what the student can do. What the student can do in this outcome? Student measure the energy consumption, right? That is a calculate. Calculate is an action verb. Okay. What should calculate? Energy consumption of the home should calculate. After calculate, what they are going to do? They analyze and find the scope for the minimization, where they can minimize, where they can minimize. Okay, this is an example for cognitive domain. And it is an affective domain, attitude-based related one, right? So how your approach, right? Context, how your approach. At the end of the course, students are able to feel stressless, mind of the execute that online related activities and virtual classroom. Nowadays, you people will about that law. The classes is going on only in online mode. So definitely the students and faculty feel a lot of stress. Okay. So whether the course is student able to feel stressless, right? And execute the online related activities, whether they are as a submission assignment, whether they are submitting the test, whether submitting the online MCQ, everything. Okay. In virtual classroom, this is effective, right? This is all is based on the attitude. Whether the student is feel stressed or not depends upon the attitude. Whether he is going to execute that online all the activities is based on the attitude. If attitude is not good, definitely they want to submit any assignment. They are not going to submit any test. If your attitude is good, they are not feel stressed. They will clearly that submit all kind of assessment. Okay. And then second Bloom's taxonomy level is the psychomotor domain. It is a motor skill. What is a motor skill? Muscles power, right? How you are strengthen your muscles and make it as a fit, right? So if suppose you are going to deliver the yoga in online or yoga classes, so at the end of the course, the students are able to apply. Apply is the action verb. It may be that higher order level. Okay. This calculate is maybe lower order level. Okay. The feel and execute, it is in higher order level. Participate or yoga in their daily routine life for increasing the work efficiency of the body and mind. Okay. So once any person, the faculty or students, they learn the yoga classes. Okay. So what should be the outcome? Every day, the student or faculty must work out daily practice for the yoga, and based on that yoga, the work efficiency must be improved. Body and mind efficiency should be improved. That is the real outcome. That is the real outcome. So that this is the example for that you have to write your course outcome, any kind of outcome related to this three component: cognitive, affirmative, and psychomotor. So mostly this affective and psychomotor comes under that arts college, that's arts group, arts background group. This psychomotor mainly comes under the physical educations. Affirmative mostly comes under that some arts related group. So cognitive level basically comes under the science, engineering background knowledge of the students. This is less. I'm not saying that this is not there. There's a less impact, but it is compared than this cognitive domain. That's why I consider that only the cognitive domain level in a Bloom's taxonomy there. Okay. And okay. So I hope that I'll share my view, the view for that, how to write that course outcome. Now the time is for you, right? You just come forward and for participating this activity, and we will discuss next 30 minutes for that your learning. Okay, right. So here I'm showing that different picture. Okay, so what is the exercise is very simple. What is the exercise is very simple. So first one, we must consider this motorcycle. Second, maybe you'll practice this one. Third, you'll practice this one. Fourth, maybe you'll practice this one. This structure is very familiar for all persons, right? So one by one we will go. So what is the activity is very simple. First, the motorcycle is displayed to you. You are the faculty. You are the faculty. You're going to frame the outcome first in the remember level. Okay, next understand level. The third apply level, right? And if you understand, you come for analyze, create. Okay, remember, understand, apply, analyze. Maybe use evaluate, and create. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So what the participants must do is you just feel free and type in a chat box what is the one by one we will discuss. One by one we will discuss. We cannot go all at the time. One by one we will discuss. First picture exercise is the first picture. In first picture, first you have to write the first outcome in the remember level. Okay, remember level, just you write the simple statement for writing the outcome. Remember loud outcome. After completion of the discussion of the remember level, then you go for the understand. As follow that up to create. Right? Only four exercise is there. If you participate in this 4 exercise, I will give you guarantee for that. You can apply this exercise in your real engineering curriculum. You may better to deliver or better you can write your course outcome. You may better you can understand what is the course outcome. Okay, you assume, just you can assume you are going to teach to the student for motorcycle. Okay, motorcycle is the topic. You are going to teach the motorcycle to the students. Okay, all right. Let me participate. Let me start, right? So just I am getting some. Okay, where it is there. Once again. Okay. Okay, let me stop my sharing. That's I can better. Oh, already shared stop. Look at this some chat. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, sir. So first thing, do we need use K3 K level in it is compulsory to add K1, K2, K3? Okay. So first one is a motorcycle, right? I'll show that the first one is a motorcycle. I will come for the questions later, sir. Someone has asked Julie. Someone has asked in names of Julie asked that K3 level is compulsory to add K1, K2, K3. Okay, let me come for later, and we'll come for one by one exercise, right? First one is the remember, right? Model, mileage, price, right? Remember color, size. Asha Rajendran madam is the one that remember color, size. Madam, you can use some little bit action, but maybe the student will be able to remember or will be able to remember color, size, right? Okay. Blue motorcycles. Right, good. Right. So what is the color? What is the size? Right. Right. It's good. Okay, really good. Right. For our participated, so I thank Vineet, Aksha, and Julie for giving the answer. And okay, you now you come for that K2 level. K1 you are given. Come for the K2 level. Understand. You come for the K2 level. Understand. Come for the K2 level. Understand. So how do design for the understand level outcome? It is a vehicle. It is a vehicle. It is a broad, right? So the Deepti is clearly says, right? How to start. Deepti is clearly how to ride, right? Good. How to start, how to ride. Suzuki, right? Petrol or fuel, right? Petrol or that. Petrol is a fuel. Okay, good. Petrol is a fuel, right? And any answer I expect that you answer. Yes, right. So how the if you ask me that how the gearbox is working, how the fuel injection system is working, okay, how the electrical wiring is working. These are all the some understanding concept, right? How the fuel system is working, right? And how the gearbox is working, right? How the electrical circuit there in that motorcycle is working. These are the some understanding level. Okay, good. Now you come for the K3. Now you come for the K3 level. Remember, understand, apply. You come for the apply level. Yes. Mileage of it, that's also understanding. Okay, you come for the apply level. You come for the apply level. You just think about that apply level. Start the bike and go for ride. Calculation of the speed of the vehicle. Good, good. Julian Joseph is given as a calculation of the speed of the vehicle. So to increase the mileage, can be used for traveling. It can go up to speed of 299 km per hour. Riding through traffic to find the mileage. Yes. I understand this. Okay. Find the quality of the fuel required. Okay. Let's apply is whether can I able to use this motorcycle for carry out the passenger in a different cabin. Whether I can use the motorcycle for pulling something, or whether I can use this motorcycle for race, or whether I'm using this motorcycle for very simple purpose. Okay, whether I can use for something is different combination, different design combination, right? Fuel, whether it is how much fuel I can go, right? So this is on the different apply level. Okay, now you come for that analyze. Now you come for that analyze level, K4 level. Compare with another bikes. Maybe compare with, okay, calculate the mileage of the bike. Yes, it's a brake working properly or not. Okay. Okay. Good. Calculate the mileage of the bike. It is a brake working out properly or not. Where we can use this type of bike, aerodynamic design. Aerodynamic design. Good. Engine capacity. Right. Good. So, what is the analyze? Just you can apply the load. What is the capacity of this? Yes, speed handled smoothly. Yes, it is. Suppose used to be there in a two-wheeler. Only two people supposed to be travel. If you handle that for than two person in a at a time, what the capacity of this bike, right? Whether this handled as designed capacity or not, it may be analyzed, right? So methanol along with petrol as a fuel, yes, you can may analyze, right? It is there. Okay. So what is the creation? You come for the last level. What is the creation? Okay. Creation level. Come for the creation level, top level. Come for the creation level. Very simple. Electric bike. Exactly, madam. Efficiency improvement due to changed conditions, right? Electrical bike. Instead of petrol engine, instead of IC engine, you may use motor, right? Electrical motor. There is a different kind of electrical motor there. You may apply any kind of motor. Converted sports type, exactly. Converted sports type, right? Refinement, good. Good, sir. All right, really good. So that's all, sir. This is the way you have to write your course outcome. This is the way you have to write your course outcome. So same kind of exercise you can apply. You can apply in all your technical field, right? So first you should understand what is the topic. So based on the topic, you must be design your own course out. Okay, right. Okay, you can same way you can practice for different image which I'm showing that, right? You may practice yourself. You may get a better clarity because the bike is very familiar to all. So all is a good. So another flood image is there, tiger lion image is there, and coronavirus image is there. Okay, so you can apply your mind same concept and find out the level of outcomes. Okay, right. So now I come for the query session. Right. So you please you apply DTE for all courses. Let me take one by one, sir. Okay. Julian Joseph is asked that shall we use the same CEOs prescribed by the DTE for all courses? Uh, my advice is if you're not in autonomy, you please use this prescribed CEOs by DTE because it's very easy to convince the NBA experts, right? For evaluating purpose, you may get a mark in these aspects, and also you may easy to calculate the COs. Okay, right? Sometimes CO is not matched for the slabby. Okay, so at the time you may put a rectification, and you may use the different different COs. But my advice, you can go ahead for as prescribed by TTE. Okay, it's the initial stage. While you apply for the initial stage, you go for the first time. You please select that COs written by DTE. It's well welcomed, and also it's very easy to you can follow. I hope understand, right? Uh, so earlier as asked K1, K2, K3. K1, K2, K3. The K3 is not a mandatory for all the courses, all the outcomes. If it is really mandatory, you can apply for the K3. Otherwise, you can stop up to K1, K2. It depends upon the nature of the courses. Which semester the course is there. It basically in a basic courses, all the lower order courses there in a first semester and second semester, not in the final semester. So first and second semester, you most probably you can stop up to that K1, K2, K3. You cannot go for the K4, K4, and K5. I hope I answered your queries. So you please come forward to ask. Here I'm another 20 minutes. I'm available for you. So you can ask anything related to NBA, any topics. No problem. I can answer for that.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Please.
Sir, is it compulsory to combine K1, K2, K3, or we shall independently choose K1 or K2 or K3, sir? Somebody is telling if you are using K3, then you want to add compulsory K1, K2. Is it like so, sir?
I understand the question, sir. The K1, K2 is the basic level. K3 is in that middle level. So based on the nature of the course, if the course is completely lower order, you may not use the K3. But if you apply the K3, definitely one outcome may be in the lower order level, right? So it is a 4 outcome is there in the term. You may return K3 one of the outcome. At the same time, you should have only any compulsory one outcome for K1 level or K2 level. Any K1 or K2 level. It not mean for that both level. Any K1 and K2 level should be there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, as far as Polytechnic is concerned, we are having only K1 to K4. We don't have K5 and K6. Is it true, sir?
But I'm not saying it is true. But I'm saying that knowledge level of the students, but in the last semester, especially the project and related courses, you should go for that top level. Analyze, apply, creation, you should go for the project based courses. It must be there in that higher order level, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Clear, sir. Very clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So for lab experiments such as the tension test or steel find out of models, electricity and raw stress strain curve, what level of Bloom's taxonomy we can apply? Lab experiments. So I think all the lab experiments, okay. So the level is apply and understand, evaluate. Okay, the lab experiment comes under the design category, design of experiment category. For the design of experiment, you should have a design of your course outcome based on that knowledge. That means knowledge, evaluate, okay, apply. These three is must be there in a course level. That means laboratory course level, sir. Because laboratory course is experiment. So experiment it comes under the evaluation, analyze part, sometimes apply part. Okay. So I hope I understand it, because this elasticity and field level blooms, that everything is based on the calculated value. The calculated value is you have a formula. That formula must apply to this concept and calculate that electricity, such as tension, everything. Okay, these are the comes under that. It is the level of experiment you are doing, sir. Right? If you do some elaborate experiment, it may be that evaluation part. Otherwise, it's only the applied part. Fine, sir. So let me welcome a few questions, because that I'm happy to share my experience with you, right? Working of late, sir. Mechanical workshop practice. These are all that comes under the applied level, right? For workshop practice, what you're going to do, you're making some model, right? You're going to some fitting, carbon ray, this kind of model you are going to apply. For the cases, it must have a apply level, but it is all, it comes under the motor skill. How fit you are, how sound you are, right? It may sometimes it may some creation level, right? But depends upon the course content you are going to teach to the students. Okay, whether you are given that prescribed defined model to the students, or you may give open-ended platform. Okay, what I'm saying is, if you clearly give the students that you're going to design the rectangular shape of the model, that is a defined one. So that is in that apply level only. Suppose you give the open-ended questions. What is the open-ended questions? You can design your own model. Whatever you like, it you can design that model. If you like that aspects, it is comes under that creation level and the top levels. Again, it depends upon the what is the content, right? Right, sir. Few questions I welcome. Right. So another 2 or 3 questions. Let me limit 2 questions, right? 2 or 3 questions. So any related MBA process you may ask, no problem. what level of applicable mini project and main project was. Sir, mini project or main projects comes under the higher order level, right? Comes under the higher order level. Apply, analyze, evaluate, creation. If the innovative project comes from the creation, right? These are the level you should write your outcome for this mini project and main projects. The evaluation is totally different, but you should properly write the outcome in that higher order level. Definitely in the higher order level, not in the lower order level. Okay. That assessment you may use the different rubrics or any review based assessment is totally different, but that the outcome should be in a higher order level. Design papers, maybe you asked that mechanical design papers. I understand that. So design papers, again it is that content that you are going to teach to the students depends upon the content you are going to teach the students. The content is only limited to that defined design, only limited design. It maybe comes under the apply level. Sometimes design papers in the higher order level. It is not in the lower order level. Okay, design papers normally comes under the higher order level. So you're supposed to be 1 or 2 outcome must be in the higher order level domain, either analyze or creation. To keep mind before finishing lower order, what all things we got to keep in mind before finalizing LO and CO, learning outcome and course outcome. I may understand. LO, CO is the learning outcome and course outcome. I understand. Finalizing LO and CO. Sir, finalizing LO and CO, before that, you should write the draft LO and CO. You should write the draft statement. The draft statement, maybe you and your colleagues sit together with your syllabi content. Okay, and what is the teaching learning methodology you are applied for that particular course? Based on that, you must be compare it whether it's this particular level of the CO or LO is measurable or not, whether the enough input is given to the student or not. If it's the higher order level of the CO or LO, the teaching learning methodology must be in a innovative, and also the teaching learning methodology must give the input for that kind of level. If it there, you can finalize. Otherwise, you please rewrite and finalize that based on that teaching methodology you given to the students and what is the content you are delivered. Based on that, you can finalize what is the LO and what is the C. That's I can say. Okay, right, sir. Thank you very much for interaction. Okay, I'm really happy for this kind of interaction for our faculty communities. Okay, and also I thank KMCT management and your organizing team for giving this wonderful opportunity to meet you, all my faculty colleague. You may be in a different institute, but we are all in the same community, so I can say that my colleague, right? So thank you. It is over to organizer.
Thank you very much, sir. It's our pleasure to have you here, and thanks for sharing your valuable time and knowledge with us. Thanks a lot. And I would also like to thank each and every participant for your support. And thank you all.
Thank you, Vinit. Thank you. I may thank to Zavir, right? Zavir has contacted me regularly, pitching that message to confirm me because I'm in the busy schedule. Sometimes I could not able to there. So that thanks for this pitching me and for this program. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
A very good evening, all. I feel honored and privileged having an opportunity to offer a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our resource person, Dr. Muniraj. He delivered the objective. The topic is very professional manner and cognitive level. Means remember, understand, apply, analyze, create, explained very well. Also, I am grateful to thank all participants for their gracious presence. Once again, I thank you all. Thank you.